Now to a story you saw first on WRAL. For the first time, cancer survivors are suing NC State, claiming Poe Hall gave them cancer.
Their lawsuit accuses the university of ignoring warning signs at the campus building for decades. WRAL's Keely Arthur has an exclusive interview tonight with two of the plaintiffs and their attorneys. Keely, we know there has been legal action before. What makes this different?
Right. So until now, the legal fights have been mostly procedural about access to the building, preserving evidence and preventing contamination from being disturbed. But this is the first time cancer patients themselves are directly suing the university, claiming the toxic chemicals they were exposed to in Poe Hall caused their cancer, and that the university failed to act on warning signs until it was too late.
And they all got exposed without their knowledge, without their consent, and unwittingly.
12 members of the Wolfpack are suing NC State over Poe Hall. 9 plaintiffs claim the toxic PCB chemicals discovered in the campus building gave them cancer. 3 other plaintiffs are family members of students who studied in Poe Hall and later died of breast cancer, like Krista Moss.
This was a picture of her before her diagnosis. She was a beautiful woman who just wanted to live and enjoy life.
Mary Moss says her daughter was a healthy athlete in her 30s with no heightened risk of cancer when she was diagnosed with the disease.
I said, Krista, what do you know about Poe Hall? Because, she'd been there, she went there for 5 years studying. And she goes, Mom, that's where I had all of my classes and study halls.
Krista died in June of 2025 at 33 years old. Attorneys say her death and others could have been prevented. The lawsuit paints a picture of years of missed or ignored warning signs. Poe Hall was built in 1971, a time when PCBs were commonly used in construction materials. After being linked to cancer, the chemicals were banned in 1979. The complaint alleges that the EPA warned about the risks for decades and that occupants repeatedly raised concerns about dust, oily residue, and poor air quality. According to the lawsuit, even after a transformer inside Poe Hall tested positive for PCBs in 1991, records show NC State did not begin indoor testing for another 32 years.
The university reassured the faculty, they reassured the students that the environment was healthy when it was not.
I sent NC State 10 questions, asking in part why it didn't test comprehensively inside until 2023 and what resources or support, if any, NC State was offering to former Poe Hall occupants. A spokesperson did not respond directly to those questions, but said the university will continue to pursue accountability against Monsanto, the company which provided the chemicals, adding that their hearts go out to anyone affected and their families. Our reporting found the university only began interior air testing after Poe Hall professors battling cancer filed complaints with state and federal agencies, including the EPA and Department of Labor in 2023. Those tests found PCB levels far above what is considered safe. Since the building closed 2 years ago, hundreds of former occupants have come forward, saying they believe they too became sick from the contamination.
How many people are you and your fellow attorneys working with?
Can I say the number? It's over 600. It's over 600, and it's a variety of types of diseases.
Attorneys say this lawsuit will be the first of many. Plaintiff and breast cancer survivor Sandy Elford was recently diagnosed with another tumor. She says that fight won't get in the way of this one.
I've told my husband that if anything happens to me, that this is my legacy.
The university has been careful to never link the cases of cancer in its alumni and employees to Poe Hall. However, in its own lawsuit against Monsanto, it called the building toxic and unsafe for people to be in.
Keely, we know that PCBs were commonly used in buildings built before the 1979 EPA ban, many of which stand today. What makes Poe Hall so different or potentially more dangerous?
Right. So actually, I asked the attorneys about that, and they really point to the design of Poe Hall, specifically how the HVAC system wraps around the exterior of the building. We know that high levels were found in the caulking in the HVAC vents, and the attorneys believe the HVAC's proximity to the elements outside caused that caulking to deteriorate and release PCBs into the air.
Oh, so the HVAC system playing a role here. Okay, thank you so much, Keely.